CBD oil for pain. That's a question we get a lot. Does it help for pain? And we're going to talk about CBD oil and how you might use it for yourself. My name is Keith Copeland from Tennessee Hills CBD, and we're sharing what we know about CBD oil for pain. CBD or cannabidiol is used by a number of people for chronic pain, ongoing pain, so this pain that's systematic and keeps coming back. And we'll talk about some studies and some research that's been done around that, what they've found and what they haven't found. So CBD comes from the cannabis plant. Cannabis is infamously known as marijuana, but cannabis is actually a broader species than that. There are a number of different strains that have different qualities and characteristics. Two kinds of legal definitions are hemp and marijuana. So the legal definition, industrial hemp, which the federal government has just taken off the Schedule 1 list of drugs and made it an agricultural product, has less than 0.3% THC, whereas marijuana is cannabis that has higher than 0.3% THC. So it's a legal definition. It's the same plant, it's cannabis, but industrial hemp is legally defined by below 0.3%. Marijuana, quote unquote, is above 0.3%. And THC and CBD are both cannabinoids, and there are probably more than 100 cannabinoids in the cannabis plant, but THC is one that it gets the most recognition because it's the one that gets you high. That's what people have been using it for recreationally to get the altered mental state. CBD will not get you high. THC will. That's why it's important that industrial hemp has lower than 0.3% CBD or THC. But there are combinations of things that you should be aware of. But some people use it for chronic pain, but it's not approved by the FDA, so it's not FDA, so it's not regulated. But one of our missions is to help you, educate you on what CBD is and isn't, and how you might use it and get the benefit from it without being fearful, as I was. When I started, I was quite fearful of CBD oil because I thought, I don't want to get high, and that's not the result I was looking for. I was really scared to use it for a while. But the more research I did, the more I found that it really is, it's not about psychoactively changing your view of reality. It is about getting the health benefits from that. So one of the things we'll talk about is the 2008 review of a 1980s study. And what they did is they found that CBD was effective in relieving pain for a number of different conditions. But the important thing is without side effects. So there's a lot of pharmaceutical products today that you can get to relieve pain and different discomfort. But if you ever watch TV and at the end of it they give all kinds of possible side effects might include all the way up and including death. CBD at this point is very effective, but it's can be very effective, but also hasn't been really found have many side effects that you need to be concerned about. In another video, we talk about those side effects. Check that video out. But what they found in this 2008 study, review of the 1980 study, it was also found to be helpful for multiple sclerosis patients. So that's a big asset for those folks in that condition. A 2016 study found that CBD was found effective on arthritis in a study of rats. And one of the reasons scientists use rats is because physiologically they're not very dissimilar to humans. And what they found is it reduced the inflammation that gave the relief to the rats, inflammation in the body. So CBD, one of the benefits, and we have another video talking about CBD and the possible benefits, is it helps can help reduce inflammation in the body. But you know what? It's been illegal for so many decades. It hasn't really been available for studies. So we want to make sure that we get more studies done on humans to see just how many benefits we can get and if there are any side effects that we should be aware of. So the National Cancer Institute, they've studied it a bit, and they said that it's really possible that it could be a good option for relieving symptoms that come from chemotherapy. And chemotherapy, my mom went through chemotherapy, and it was just really a very sad situation. And I wish I could have had something like this for her to help her with her situation. But these are just a few things that you might be able to use CBD for to relieve pain, but I suggest you pick it up and use it. But really, just leave some comments below. We'd love to know what you think. We'd love to know what your questions are so we can get more specific about your questions and the answers that we can give for you. And we really love to educate people on this topic. But also, I'd love for you to subscribe to our channel because we're going to be putting out more and more videos about this. We're doing more research all the time, and we're building our library of information for you to get more knowledgeable on this really cool product. So just go ahead and leave your questions and comments below. And if you can, just go ahead on the upper right side of your screen, you'll see a little button. So go ahead and subscribe to our channels so you don't miss any future videos. Again, this is Keith from Tennessee Hills CBD. Thanks for listening.